Hey, how's it going? I hope everyone's doing fine. So, in March of this year, I guess we had a mass shooting in the US. I don't remember which one it was precisely right now off the top of my head. And obviously, every time we have a mass shooting in the States, the whole conversation about guns comes back. And I was actually curious, not about guns specifically, but about martial arts. So I went to Atheist Republic, right? Because it's a pretty good place to chat with people and get opinions. And my question was basically, okay, for both men and women, because there's no discrimination. Do you have any martial arts or like combat experience? Okay, because yeah, I guess combat experience is martial arts in a way too. But anyway, I digress. The so my image is that these days there's a lot of people who watch these fights on the internet, etc. Um, there's a big fan base there. Like personally, I don't watch any like boxing either. It's not my cup of tea. I don't know. I don't get it. Like why it's exciting to watch people fighting. I don't know. There's other things I find exciting, but not that. Anyway, that was my question. Do you have any martial arts or combat experience? And only 27 people said, out of, I don't know, maybe over 500, I guess, only 27 said yes and currently practicing. Most people said no experience at all. Uh, some people said yes, but not practicing, which, that's a very kind of vague description because what does it mean not practicing? Like, when was the last time you practiced? You know what I mean? It could be like 10 years ago and maybe you're not very good anymore. Just took a few classes, 70 people voted for that one. But, a few classes does not make you a proper combatant. And of course, there were some answers added later by people from the group, which just kind of took it and ran away with it. And so some people said, I'm an actual ninja right now. I watched a lot of Bruce Lee movies, if that counts. I like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, there were others, but there was one funny comment as well. Somebody said, well, if a big spider comes up, then I'm definitely an expert at martial arts, which is, yeah, pretty true. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to totally, destroy spiders, which I'm not proud of now. Now what I do is I capture them and I release them somewhere. That's kind of the humane thing to do, even though it's just a spider. But if you say that, then you can also say, well, it's just an ant or whatever. It's treat nature with respect. So yeah, so this kind of is a good barometer to say that actually most people are probably not trained in combat. Um, the point of the poll was actually I was gonna do a follow-up poll. I never did it, but I was going to do it, and the question there would be, okay, so if you don't have combat experience or martial arts experience, uh, do you need a gun to compensate for that? Okay, so you don't, like, what I'm trying to say is that, okay, you don't need martial arts training to own a gun. Okay, in the States, definitely. In some states it's very, very loose. You can just pretty much walk in and get a gun, and walk out. So yeah, you could be a trained shooter, though it doesn't mean that you're a trained martial artist or expert in combat. I was going to ask that follow-up question. I never did. I would be curious to see what the results would be. But yeah, I don't know. So just to kind of conclude this, I guess, if you look at a country like Japan, where we're at, right? It's prohibited for the citizens to own guns. Of course, yeah, there are some hunters who have guns, etc. But it's extremely regulated. You need a permit, and you probably need a whole host of medical checks to be qualified for one. Yeah, in the States, it seems very loose, man. Definitely could do a better job. And this is the thing, like in America, from what I understand, almost everybody agrees that, you know, there needs to be a bit more regulation, like background checks, etc. But guess what happens? It goes to the kind of government votes, and they vote against that because, you know, a lot of people have vested interests in the gun industry, in the military industrial complex. You know, the NRA is funding some members. And that's the issue we have in America, is that money in politics. So I don't know, that's my opinion. Obviously, you may have some other opinion why that's the case, and, you know, in that case, just feel free to comment below, and let's try to have a discussion, because I'm curious about this topic. So that's it for now. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.